Welcome back to Politics Tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us. Tonight, our focus is the Labour Party leadership crisis, and I've been speaking with two gentlemen from the party. Abayomi Arabambi, Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party from the Apapa faction, and I also have Callisto Okafor, faction and national chairman of the Labour Party. Gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with us on the program. Now, let's move on quickly, and let me come to Mr. Okafor. There are those who had expected Mr. Peter Obi to intervene. I mean, there are those who have expected him to call all parties together. Because, I mean, before now, he says he would leave the party if peace does not return to the party. And now he has said that he won't leave the party. In your own opinion, why has he remained mute on this crisis?
When you said that they wanted him to intervene in the crisis of the party, the crisis did not start today. If you recall, this crisis started when he entered Labour Party. As a leader, or as a man who believes that he's Mr. Perfect, who believes he's a clean man, who want to rule Nigeria, lead Nigeria, who believes that he's the best candidate. I believe that when he came to Labour Party, that the first thing he would have done is to bring all the parties together and have one house before going out there for war. But you can see, unfortunately, he couldn't do that. And it's very clear that when you can't take lead and take good care of your immediate family, you can't rule Nigeria. So for me, I would tell you that what happened here yesterday is really funny. If you recall, Julius Sabure came out some time ago after His Excellency Peter Obi made his budget. Brought his brought out the expenses they made in election. Julius Sabure came out and said he gave Peter Obi 850 million. That 850 million was not inclusive in what he gave Nigerians. Now, if you also recall, during this crisis, when people were talking, why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that? He came out and said that he condemned Newi Convention, that is illegal. That Julius Sabure will first submit himself for forensic audit. Julius Sabure, again, forensic audit. Now, immediately he said that. You can hear last week, Julius Sabure came out and said, listen, I dare anybody who will bring forensic audit me, including Peter Obi. He dare Peter Obi to mention it again or to bring forensic audit. Peter Obi look at himself. For me, he look at himself. Nah, I can't dare this man. Who knows? Only both of them knows. If what they know that we don't know, there is something they know we don't know. And after challenging him publicly, and the next thing is, you saw what happened. That he was passing by, and he came in to see them, to advise them, so that they can come together and all that. You can see it's really, right. It's really laughable.
Mr. Okafor, are you not worried about the future and the image of the party if this crisis continues?
Yes, I am worried, and that is why I'm concerned. The image of the party is very important to all of us. The image of the party. When a party refuses to do according to the constitution of the party, when a party refuses to obey a court judgment, that is what you see.
So what do you think?
Labour Party is not only party.
What do you think is the way forward here?
The way forward. We have started it. Forget about the way forward. We have started it. Forget about what NLC is doing, because they are just like my brother here called them bunch of comedians. They are comedians that are doing their theater art something. So the only people who has the right to bring this problem to an end is Kalisis group, Apapa group. I won't use the word Julius group because Julius still have some criminal issues to go and answer. Let me tell you, please. Constitution of Labour Party, Article 14, talk about discipline. It says, when any member do anything that brings the name of the party to disrepute, that member should step aside. You must step aside. You can't be a judge in your own case. So people see Julius Abure as chairman. I don't see him as a chairman. For me, he is not. So I would say the group of Farouk, that is the national secretary, his group and Papa group and Kalisis group come together, sit down and discuss. A matter of fact, Arabambi is here. We have been meeting, Kalisis group and Papa group, we have been meeting for some time now, and we have reached in a compromise. And that is why we went to NLC to meet with them. I said, listen, you are also primary stakeholders. Let us come together. Coming together is what you see they're doing. It's only the national secretary of the party, according to the constitution.
Mr. Abayomi, let me come to Mr. Abayomi. So, I mean, just like I asked Mr. Okafor, how far has the Board of Trustees gone in resolving this crisis? I mean, there is also Governor Alex Oti, and then the presidential candidate of your party in the 2023 general election.
Well, thank you very much. We don't have Board of Trustees in Labour Party as of today. And the Board of Trustees, they know who are the part of the inaugurated Board of Trustees. It is going to be at the convention. The last convention we had was at Akwanga. So for anybody to have, mention anybody as a chairman or secretary or member of the Board of Trustees, it's a mission that is bound to fail. That's number one. And number two, you've asked about, people asking Peter Obi to intervene. For me, it is the action of Mr. Peter Obi and his campaign team in the last election, and this NLC Labour Party in Brogilo has shown that Peter Obi is not fit to govern Nigeria. And I'm going to premise my point, my explanation on 2 points. Number one, I have it on authority that Peter Obi endorses Barrister Julius Abure. Peter Obi did not endorse what NLC did yesterday. I have a message from Barrister Julius Abure that says he endorses them, but he did not authorize what the former national chairman of NCP, who did not and never contested any general election in his 13 years rule, claimed to be reading from a WhatsApp message. So my position is this. I am begging Mr. Peter Obi, which divide do you belong to? If you want to prove you can govern Nigeria, did you endorse Barrister Julius Abure, or it is NSC, that you are pitching your tent with? You can't be lukewarm. You are neither here nor there. That is not good for a leader. As a leader, I challenge you that you endorse Barrister Julius Abure and you were against NSC. But for your spokesman, I want to correct this. We have dissolved Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, please. If Tanko wants to address himself, he should address himself as a PA or media aide to Mr. Peter Obi. They should not be using spokesperson or forbid that. There is nothing like we are not campaigning. We have a city president who have been declared, whose election have been declared valid by the Supreme Court. So Labour Party must be very careful to be using Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. We are not campaigning until 2027, and we don't have any presidential candidate towards that time. So I am challenging Peter Obi. If you can say you can challenge Barrister Julius Abure convention in the open, that the convention is illegal, and you at the same time run to him to endorse him, and at the same time you are telling us that you endorse NSC, it is like you are probating and reprobating. So I put it to him that he endorses Barrister Julius Abure and not NSC, and if I'm lying, he should come and by himself, not to any spokesperson. He should come to tell Nigeria which of the divide he belongs. But I know he's on the side of Julius Abure.
I mean, we sincerely hope, from our end here, we sincerely hope peace returns to the Labour Party. And we wish you the very best on that. But let's quickly move on to other issues. It's almost a year since President Bola Tinubu assumed office as the president of the country. How do you assess this administration so far? Mr. Okafor, let me start with you.
Arabambi?
Yes, please.
Okay, we are Labour Party people, but we are Nigerians, governed and by Mr. President Senator Ahmed Tinubu. I will tell you, he has done fantastically very well. At least here in Nigeria today, you can see there is freedom of speech by you and I. And that is why you see people coming out saying all sorts of things. He stands as a father. He never worry anybody. Have you seen any radio station or TV station shut down? No. Have you heard there's a pressman that is locked up there? No. Look at infrastructure. Look at his Minister of Works, David Umahi. Look at what he's doing. He's doing fantastically very well. Look at, do you know that somebody who went abroad December for medicals and coming to Abuja today, we never know Abuja again. We miss his road. Look at what his minister, Wike, is doing, has turned Abuja to London. Honestly speaking, I want to thank Mr. President. He has done marvelously very well. We cannot, because we're a Labour Party, and criticize him. Indeed, Mr. President, I give you 98% for today.
All right. So one more, before I come to Mr. Arabambi, what more interventions do you think the president needs to do to fix the economy?
You see, this is a man I know very well. He's not my friend, though. I've not met with him. But you see, from Lagos, I live in Lagos. As a governor till today, honestly speaking, I want to let you know that Mr. President is a man, I believe, that will fix this nation. He's a businessman. He's a successful businessman. And you see, immediately he came in, people misunderstood. If you recall, during campaign, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar said he will remove subsidy. His Excellency Peter Obi said he will remove subsidy. He said he will remove subsidy. He came that day to fulfill his campaign promises. He announced that subsidy will be removed. And you can see, people see it's a temporary thing. Honestly speaking, it's a temporary thing. And you can see, he's taking it one after the other. Look at foreign investment. Look at the way he's going. Look at the way he's going. I'm telling you the truth. If he continues with this, immediately the subsidy was removed. And you see, fuel, Nigerians will start talking, because we Nigerians, we must talk. That is our right. When the thing is not favorable for us, we must talk. That is the truth.
All right.
So having said that, I want to let you know that Mr. President is on the right track. And with what he's doing now with foreign investment, when foreigners start coming here, start investing, we have factories. I'm telling you the truth. Things will get better. By the time he get to second year, finishing second year, I assure you, Nigeria will be a better place.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Okafor. Mr. Arabambi, let me come to you. Let me have your assessment of the president's first year in office.
Well, I am going to actually appreciate the president for the fact that Labour Party is still alive in Nigeria. I have never seen a man so vilified, so insulted, a president of Nigeria, that someone will go on air to say, we do not have a president in Nigeria. And that station will still be up and standing. Who can dare that only President Olusegun Obasanjo? Who are you to come and say there shall be an end to democracy once a president is sworn in? Or less than the judiciary. You see all manner of people, only from Labour Party. I must thank him because I know what could have happened. Even President Buhari will not tolerate this nonsense from anybody. But he has shown that he's a leader that has that capacity. I don't know him. I only know the wife, as a member of the same church. But I don't know President Bola Tinubu. I've not met him. We have not had anything together. But as far as I'm concerned, as a Nigerian, he has been so nice. Because I know if you are doing former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, who is Labour Party, I know that office will have even be brought down. Because you cannot just go on air and insult the office of the president to the level that Aisha Yusufu will come on air and say we have an illegitimate president in Nigeria, knowing fully well that Supreme Court has given final decision on that. Now, on the economy, he inherited a very bad economy.
Kindly do that in 30 seconds.
Yeah, he inherited a very bad economy, but he's doing his best because we have an economy that time that was running on debt, where 90% of our income was used to service the debt, our interest, not even the debt proper. But I think, with the way he's doing, bringing in more, foreign company, to come and invest in Nigeria, by that time now, when people now continue to import from us, it will strengthen our naira, and our naira will get value rather than, relying on importation that was done by the last administration of President Buhari.
Thank you very much. It's been an interesting conversation with you. I've been speaking with Abayomi Arabambi, Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party from the Opapa faction, and Callistus Okafor, Factional National Chairman of the Labour Party. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on Politics Tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. And thanks a lot for watching. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at midnight. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG, using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Good night, everyone.